Hi, Camilleris, welcome.
Hi.
I would love for you to tell us about this book, the title, the author, and then you can go ahead and read it to us.
All right. So this is the book. It's called Marisol McDonald Doesn't Match, or in Spanish,
Marisol McDonald no combina.
All right. So, and it's illustrated by, written by Monica Brown and illustrated by Sarah Palacios. So we're going to go ahead and read this book, and I think if you know us at all, you'll understand some of the reasons why we like this book so much. So,
and also as a disclaimer, I'm going to read in Spanish. My Spanish is not perfect, so I will trip over words, I promise.
All right. So, Marisol McDonald doesn't match.
Marisol McDonald no combina.
All right. So we'll hold it up and then we'll read it. Okay. So, my name is Marisol McDonald, and I don't match. At least that's what everyone tells me.
Me llamo Marisol McDonald y no combino. Al menos eso es lo que me dicen todos.
Marisol hanging from a tree.
Oh.
And she has red hair, kind of like Frida. I play soccer with my cousin Tato, and he says, Marisol, your skin is brown like mine, but your hair is the color of carrots. You don't match. Actually, my hair is the color of fire, I say, and kick the ball over Tato's head and into the goal.
Cuando juego al fútbol con mi primo Tato, él me dice, Marisol, tu piel es morena como la mía, pero tu pelo es del color de las zanahorias. No combinas. En realidad, mi pelo es del color de fuego. Le contesto pateando la pelota que vuela sobre su cabeza llegando al arco.
She is kicking the ball over his head. My brother says, Marisol, those pants don't match that shirt. They clash. But I love green polka dots and purple stripes. I think they go great together, don't you?
Mi hermano dice, Marisol, esos pantalones no combinan con esa blusa. Chocan. Pero a mí me encantan los lunares verdes y rayas moradas. Creo que van muy bien juntos. ¿No crees?
There she is dancing around with her clashing outfit. You want to see Frida? All right.
He's read this a couple times.
I also love peanut butter and jelly burritos, and speaking Spanish, English, and sometimes both. Can I have a puppy? A furry, sweet perrito? I ask my parents. Por favor. Quizás, Mommy says. Maybe, Dad says, smiling and winking.
También me encantan los porritos de mantequilla de maní y jalea, y hablar español y inglés, y a veces al mismo tiempo. ¿Puedo tener un perrito, un puppy dulce y peludito? Les pido a mis padres, please. Quizás, dice Mami. Maybe, dice Dad, sonriendo y guiñando.
So here's Marisol with her family.
Gosh, look at it again.
So, my teacher, Ms. Apple, doesn't like the way I sign my name. Marisol McDonald, she says. This doesn't match. At school, we learn to print and use cursive, but not at the same time. But I like the way Marisol McDonald looks. There's a close-up of how she signs her name.
You can see that.
You can see.
Basically, she does one in script, one in the print.
Okay.
Yeah, see?
See?
There you go. See? Marisol McDonald. Okay. A mi maestra, la señorita Apple, no le gusta cómo firmó mi nombre. Marisol McDonald dice, esto no combina. En la escuela aprendemos a escribir en letra de imprenta y en cursiva, pero no usarlas a la misma vez. Pero a mí me gusta cómo luce Marisol McDonald cuando lo escribo.
So there's Marisol with her teacher, Ms. Apple.
One more time.
Okay. Ms. Apple. And now here they are playing on the playground.
Yeah, we used to do that.
Yeah, we used to do that, right? Before the pandemic. At recess, Ollie and Emma want to play pirates and Noah wants to play soccer. How about soccer playing pirates, I suggest? No way, they say. So I run off to play on the swings by myself.
En el recreo, Oli y Emma quieren jugar a los piratas, pero Nora quiere jugar al fútbol. ¿Pero qué? ¿Por qué no jugamos a los piratas futbolistas? Les surgió. ¿Por qué no? Contestan y me voy corriendo a los columpios a jugar sola.
One more time.
Okay, let's take a look at the picture.
This is art class. After recess, we have art, my favorite subject. I think my drawings surprise my friends. Look at that drawing.
It's like an elephant with glasses and all kinds of weird stuff. That doesn't match, right?
Mm-hmm.
Después del recreo tenemos la clase de arte, mi favorita. Creo que mis dibujos sorprendan a mis amigos.
Frida's putting on a little show while we turn pages. All right. The next page. At lunch, Ollie walks over to me and scrunches his nose. A peanut butter and jelly burrito, yes. I know, I say. It doesn't match, but it sure tastes good. Marisol, you couldn't match if you wanted to, Ollie says. Oh yeah, I bet I can.
It's a true story. I actually like peanut butter and honey burritos. Just had one the other day. A la hora de almuerzo, Oli se me acerca arrugando la nariz. ¿Un burrito de mantequilla de maní y jalea? Pregunta. Ya sé, lo contestó. No combina, pero es delicioso. Marisol, tú no podrías combinar aunque trataras, dice Oli. Así te apuesto a que sí puedo.
Now they're behind the curtains.
The next day, I wake up and decide that today I, Marisol McDonald, will match. It's a little hard to find clothes that are all the same color.
I want to see.
Yeah, you can see. Look at that boring matching clothes. Cuando me despierto al día siguiente, decido que hoy Marisol McDonald va a combinar. No es fácil encontrar ropa del mismo color.
Look at all those colorful things she has in her room. It's pretty difficult for her to wear just one color. I played pirates with Ollie at recess, but it's not very fun. Why can't pirates play soccer anyway? So there she is with the patch on, seeing the soccer ball in the distance. I have a regular peanut butter and jelly sandwich at lunch, and the bread tastes mushy.
Juego a los piratas con Oli en el recreo, pero no me divierto mucho. ¿Por qué no puedo jugar al fútbol los piratas? Como un sándwich de mantequilla de maní y jalea a la hora del almuerzo, pero el pan sabe blando.
Even art class is a little boring. Marisol, Ms. Apple says, What's wrong? That doesn't look like your usual work. I'm trying to match, I say with a frown. Why? Asks Miss Apple. I can't think of a single good reason.
Hasta la clase de arte me aburre un poco. Marisol, ¿qué sucede? Esto no se parece a tus trabajos usuales, dice la señorita Apple. Estoy tratando de combinarlo, le contestó frunciendo el ceño. ¿Por qué? Pregunta la señorita Apple. No se me ocurre una buena razón. I don't have a good reason.
At the end of the day, Ms. Apple hands me a note. I open it and it says, Marisol, I want you to know that I like you just the way you are, because the Marisol McDonald that I know is a creative, unique, bilingual, Peruvian, Scottish American, soccer playing artist, and simply marvelous. Ms. Danko Apple. I skipped all the way home. So Ms. Apple kind of signs her name like Marisol does.
I see.
Okay, remember? She signs it with the script and the print.
Cursive and print.
Yeah. Okay. Al final del día, la señorita Apple me da una nota. La abro y la leo. Marisol, quiero que sepas que te aprecio tal y como eres porque la Marisol McDonald que conozco es una artista y jugadora del fútbol peruana. This one I'm definitely going to mess up. Escocesa, estadounidense, bilingüe, creativa, única y simplemente maravillosa. Señorita Tamiko Apple. Brinco todo el camino a casa.
That note made her very happy.
Hey, I want to see.
There she is, hurrying home.
Skipping home.
Skipping home. And look, what's different about Marisol today? What's different? She doesn't match. She's back to her old style. When I wake up on Saturday, I put on my pink shirt, my polka dot shirt, pink shirt, polka dot skirt, and my favorite hat, the one my abuelita brought me from Peru. That's what Frida calls her grandma, who is Colombian. She calls her abuela or abuelita. At breakfast, I say, my name is Marisol McDonald, and I don't match because I don't want to. Bravo, says Mommy. Good for you, says Dad. Now let's go to the pound and get a puppy.
Oh, I want to see.
Cuando me despierto el sábado, me pongo a mi camisa rosada con mi farda y mi sombrero favorito que mi abuelita me trajo de Perú. Durante el desayuno digo, me llamo Marisol McDonald y no combino porque no quiero hacerlo. Bravo, dice. Me alegro por ti, dice Dad. Ahora vamos a la perrera a buscar tu perrito. So she's getting that puppy now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, there's a puppy somewhere on this side.
Yeah, so Frida already knows what's going to happen.
Spoiler alert.
Look at all those puppies. Pick one. When we get to the pound, there are big dogs and little dogs. There are dogs with long noses, dogs with smushed faces. There are chocolate-colored puppies and smoky gray puppies, and puppies the color of caramel. How will I ever choose?
Cuando llegamos a la perrera, vemos perros grandes y perros pequeños. Hay perros con hocicos largos y perros con caras chatas. Hay perritos del color de chocolate, perritos color gris, humo y perritos color caramelo. ¿Cómo escoger el mío?
How is she going to choose? Any ideas which puppy she's going to choose?
I know.
Let's find out.
I know.
Yeah, Frida knows. All right, let's find out. Here we go. Oh, look at that puppy. So cute. Then I see him. He has one floppy ear and one pointy ear, one blue eye and one brown eye. He is beautiful. I walk over and he leaps into my lap. I cuddle him and it sounds like he purrs. I think we found just the right dog for you. Marisol, Mommy says, my puppy is perfect. He's mismatched and simply marvelous, just like me. I think I'll name him Kitty.
I want to see.
There's Kitty.
Now, mailbox.
That's Mailbox.
The cat's name is Mailbox because she lives.
Hasta que lo veo. Tiene una oreja caída y una puntiaguda. Un ojo azul y uno café. Es hermoso. Camino hacia y salta en mi falda. Lo abrazo y parece que ronronea. Creo que hemos encontrado el perro perfecto para ti, Marisol, dice mami. Mi perrito es perfecto. Él no combina y es simplemente maravilloso, igual que yo. Creo que lo llamaré Minino.
I'll show you guys the picture one more time. All right.
That's the end.
And that is the end. The back page, we won't read the back page, but it's got all kinds of information about the author and how she is also multiracial, and that's part of her inspiration for this book.
Thank you so much for sharing that amazing book. It's a new book for me,
Welcome.
and I really loved it. And I think my favorite part is that Marisol really wants to be who she is, and she knows who she is and what she prefers. And in the end, that's what she claims and owns. And I think that's so beautiful and empowering to see in a young person. So I have some suspicions as to why you chose this book, but why do you love this book so much as a family? And why did you want to share it with our Mosaic community today?
You can start.
Yeah, I mean, I think you pretty much touched on a lot of it there. Like, I think for both me and Maria growing up, I don't think we strongly identified with our backgrounds, other than, like, I knew my mom spoke Spanish, but I didn't identify with the Colombian side of me or even the Italian side. I was just a kid growing up in Queens, you know, and not having that identity as a kid and kind of realizing that I could have that later on was really surprising and empowering thing when I finally realized I could do it. Whether people see me as that or not, what I see myself as is what matters more, you know? And we were kind of trying to look for books that kind of touched on that subject. Well, first of all, we always look for bilingual books for kiddo. So we try and find as many Spanish, English books as we can, just to kind of reinforce the Spanish. And I think you were the one who discovered this one, right?
I think I did, yeah. I don't remember. It was like a list of recommended books that were, you know, good for teaching kids about race and ethnicity and anti-racism. And yeah, I think for me, what caught my eyes, kind of along the lines of what Mike's saying, is here's this book about a little girl who is definitely of mixed racial identity, and she just, like you said, fully embraces it. And I think, yeah, for me growing up, like, I knew I was Dutch Indonesian, but I didn't really understand what that meant and how that was distinguished from being just mainland Dutch American. So you know, I grew up around a lot of people in my church who were just Dutch American. My family always kind of felt like we didn't quite fit in. And like, I didn't really think about the reasons for it at the time, but just as I got older, I started to learn more about my racial and ethnic identity, and just like really started to research more and take pride in it. And so I just felt like I wanted my child to figure these things out early on in life and just be really confident in who she is, and just trying to give her a healthy balance of, you know, awareness of the privileges that come with being white or light-skinned, but balancing that with just embracing her full identity as a multiracial person. And you know, it helps that the little girl even has red hair, kind of like Frida.
Yeah. There's actually a really cool reading of this book with the author. We actually watched it last night prepping for this, because I was like, oh man, there's all these Spanish words that I'm gonna have a hard time. And so, but
You
what
did
was
a great
cool?
job with it, though.
What was cool is she was tripping over them too. So she
Okay.
actually read it in Spanish, and she did the whole thing in Spanish. It's like a 12-minute thing, and she's saying, "I apologize for not having perfect Spanish." She's like, "But I'm not perfect, just like Marisol. Like I miss, and that was like, that was encouraging for me because that's one of the things I kind of have to get over myself sometimes. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm not perfect at this. I'm nowhere close to perfect with Spanish, and I need a lot of practice. But doesn't mean I can't embrace that part of me, So like that's really cool and encouraging to see the author herself express that. So
Yeah, and I think just presenting the book in English and Spanish really brings value to being bilingual and value to people holding on to their native language or their ancestral language. So
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
really important to me as a child of an immigrant.
mm-hmm.
Thank you guys so much for sharing that beautiful book. And Mike, I really loved hearing you speak Spanish. I have known Mike, we go back to our college days. We were in the same graduating class. And so I have known Mike since 1999. It's a really long time. And I don't think I got a chance to hear you speak that much Spanish, if ever. And so that was a really nice treat and surprise to be able to hear you speak Spanish. And so thank you for that. And thank you, Camilleris, for sharing this beautiful book with our Mosaic families and friends.